Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now a run. Here's the rookie from Penn State. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Two yards to go, 2nd down. Baker going to give it to Irving. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 32-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. The Buccaneers at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
Now a 2nd and 10.
180. What's up?
And here's a handoff out of the gun. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Alert, alert! 180! What's up?
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. And this one a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 22. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
Goff now to throw. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here we go. Like 20. What?
Now it's gone. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago. Add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
Second and 10.
Run, run, run. Good. Run. Stand.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be hemmed in and blocked down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
Good. 180.
Mayfield now. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up fourth.
On the coverage.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Run. Kings! 180! What's up?
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, we're 33. Set. 180. Start.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Mayfield. Now he'll tuck this and run. And Mayfield will have a first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
180.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Second and 6.
What's up?
A run up the middle with Irving. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Set. Alert, 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 alert. 20. What's up?
They'll try and run here with Irving. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
Alert, 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 alert. Set. 180. Done.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Alert, 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 alert. Set. 180. What's up?
They'll try and run this one right up the gun. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Set. Point it right, point it right, point it right. 180. Up, close it. What's up?
Mayfield. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
180. What's that?
Goff now looking to throw. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here comes third and the length of the football.
Come on. 180.
Back to throw. Goff. And that will be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and less than a yard.
180. Kings. Start.
Mayfield to throw it. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And Godwin going to have a Bucs 1st down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
180.
That'll give Irving running right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You talk about closing in a hurry as a safety and run support. Not only did he get a good run in, he gave him a pretty good pop too and finished off the play behind the line of scrimmage.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
180.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 33-yard line.
What a first quarter he's been putting together. He scored the touchdown earlier, and he's in phase right out of the gate. Right now, he's playing with such confidence, he doesn't believe that they have an answer for him no matter what they do on defense. And here's another big play to prove his point.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33.
Regular. 180. What's that?
Throwing, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
180. What's that?
Straight ahead, it's Irvin. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. You talk about this Lions defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
180! What's up?
Here's Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
Waste of time.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
180!
Gone. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 2nd and a couple.
We go tonight! 180!
Now Montgomery running right. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
We go tonight! Black 20!
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Jack Fox now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on the lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
133, dead. 180. Dead.
Once again, it's Irving. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 1.
Dead. 180. Dead.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
What's that?
On the handoff, this is Irving. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Dead. 180. What's that?
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
180. What's that?
A shotgun handoff here to Irving. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
180. What's that?
Mayfield looks to throw. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
This is 2nd and 8. give up the middle to Williams. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
180! Kings, Kings, Kings! What's up?
They run out of the gun with Irvin. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. This from 25 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Like 20!
Williams, a man in motion right. Now gone. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17.
Like 20!
To throw is Goff. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
180!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. Here's Jack Fox on to punt. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Set. 180.
Here's a handoff to Irvin. And they'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 101 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
The offense on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
180. Done.
They go play action, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fighting him off. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Here's Jack Fox now. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
180. Hey, alert 33. What's that?
Mayfield off the play fake. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Alert, 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 alert. Good. 180. What's that?
They'll drop the throw. Looking middle, and he's got Ibuka. A nice pick up there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
It's a gain of 19 and brings up 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
180.
They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
180.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
20. What's that?
They'll set up a throw. And that'll be incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Yards to go.
This offense so far on third down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6.
180. What's up?
Back to throw here. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
4-yard gain.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on third down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's Matt Ariza now. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Second down and 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Ball on the 27. Here's a second down and 4. Goff now looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's good for Lions. First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Tonight. Hey, 180.
Now Goff. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Wait, 20.
Again, Goff. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
And they'll send Williams in motion right. Now it's gone. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 17-yard line.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Lions.
180.
Here's Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 12-yard line.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Here we go. 180. 12. Whirling. Okay.
Goff now looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
180. What's that?
To throw, Mayfield. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Set. 180.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 3.
180.
Here's Goff. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Like 20.
Goff going to move his guys around a bit. They'll look to throw here. Finding Williams once more, complete. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Goff now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Goff and Williams hooking up there for a Lions first.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Like 20.
Here's Goff. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And he'll get nothing out of that one. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
5.
To the air again, Goff. Right side to Williams. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 41-yard line. Now an injured player here, so a stoppage, and that's Jamison Williams, who's shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Like 20.
Out of the gun, Goff. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Gone. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
Detroit Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
We go tonight. Like 20. Attack.
And Watson has it right side. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Justin Watson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have cut it back within a score.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out in the field charged up and ready to go.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 2.
16, Lions 14. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Good. 180. What's up?
Now a first carry for their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Real. 180. What's up?
Here's Mayfield. Now he's going to step up and run. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Mayfield showing he can be fleet of foot, picking up the first down.
They were backed up behind the sticks, but he still found a way to make that first down happen. That's the kind of fight every coach hopes his franchise quarterback has in him. Look a tough situation like that in the eye and come up with a solution on the spot.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Good. What? Pistol. Good.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Here's 2nd and 10.
Set. Real. 20. Hey, alert.
Mayfield now. Quick completion here to Johnson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Set. 180. Hey, alert 33. Done.
Mayfield looks to throw. Looking middle, and he finds McMillan. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Jalen McMillan, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. No nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he returns this to the 22. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
We go tonight.
Now a give running right is Montgomery. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
We go tonight. 180.
To throw is gone. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Cut. Like 20.
Now gone. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second down and 8.
Here we go. 180. Hey, let's go. Let's go, Brown. Brown.
From the 50, it's gone. Throwing right, and that's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
180.
Quick toss by Goff is complete. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Look. 180. Hey, kill. Super. 4 down.
Throwing again is Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Tonight. 180. Value 1.
And a quick throw here that's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Bucs' 23-yard line.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Like 20.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Back to throw, Goff. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
180. Two. What's that?
Goff throwing again. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jamison Williams, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are back within a score. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Point after, up and good. And the lead is down to 2.
Buccaneers 23, Lions 21. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Their own 26-yard
Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Hey, alert 33. 6. 20. Regular. Start.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. 20. 5. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Buccaneers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Buccaneers 30, Lions 21. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinator's probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He's got it to Williams. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it second down.
Up second and 7.
Like 20.
Now Goff looking to change the play. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 32.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Lions on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Shell. Shell. Turbo's up.
Goff now looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Tonight. Like 20. Turbo's up.
Now it's gone. Gets around him, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. So, obviously, they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is down to 2.
Next to score, Buccaneers 30, Lions 28. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
20.
Play fake. Mayfield. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now a 2nd and 10.
6. Alert, alert, alert. 180.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second and 10.
Good. Hey, alert, 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 alert. That's hot.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Good. 180. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Point it right, point it right, point it right. What's that?
And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Good. 180. What's that?
Throwing, Mayfield. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
180. Run, run, run. What's that?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Emeka Buka, 59 yards. And the Bucs use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, Shell, 180. What's that?
Off play action. Here's Goff. That is caught by Laporta. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for Detroit. 48 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
180. Obama.
Goff. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And they'll get this down to the 10. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
We go tonight. 20. What's that?
Play action. It's Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now the extra point try forthcoming. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A beautiful fake. And able to get this out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Real. Motion.
Mayfield to throw it. And he slings one that's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
180. What's that?
On the give, this is their fullback. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. And this offense on third down today, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 11.
180. What's that?
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Hard throw, incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Ariza is on to punt here as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that will bring up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 9.
120.
In motion right, that's Williams.
What's that?
Here's Goff. And his throw here's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
180. Forward ball. What's that?
Gone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been terrific so far. On that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 9.
180. Hey, 133. Kill, turn up.
Here's Mayfield. Oh, he's got a Buka. That's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Point it right. 180.
To throw, Mayfield. Got his man, it's Williams. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Good. 180. What's up?
Mayfield. This is caught by McMillan.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Second and 11.
180. Alert. Real. Done.
Now Mayfield. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
180. Alert. Hey, alert. What's up?
Mayfield with it once more. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
35-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
180. What's up?
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And now a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Now a 2nd and 6.
What's up?
They'll give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, you know, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Good. 180. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Good. What's that?
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Good. 20.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Regular. Good. 180. Alert. What's that?
Mayfield. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6. And his kick is indeed good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's 1st and 10.
Got. 20.
Now it's Goff. St. Brown on the catch. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
1st down, Detroit.
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. And his throw is incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
180.
Now Goff. And that's caught by Williams. What a big tackle there defensively.
One of the most difficult things for a defender to do, and think about the speed that he brought down. If he gets away, he's likely gone.
Well, this crowd making it hard to hear. This is 3rd and 8. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the crowd a major factor now. Here's 3rd down.
Like 20.
Goff. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes the catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
180. Hey, let's go.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Like 20. Whoa.
He's back to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Here we go.
Back to throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10.
180.
They'll look to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
Good sec. 180. Watch out.
Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did, and just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides. So for the Bucs, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire